Are the Suns best or healthiest?
The Suns aren't best. I would say they have the best chances of winning the 2021 NBA championship right now, simply because you have Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell hurt for the Utah Jazz. And then you have every other team is dealing with injuries or down in the series. So you have to look at the Phoenix Suns as the likely champion of the 2021 season because of the fact they just swept the MVP, Nikola Jokic. They have the second best record in the regular season. Chris Paul is insane. He had 41 assists and 5 turnovers in that series. 41 assists and 5 turnovers. They're playing at a ridiculously high level, and they're the healthiest team going forward.
No Jamal Murray, though, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do in that next series. I would say the Bucks, though, Tom, when you consider that Kyrie's hurt and James Harden may not come back, I think the Bucks have that series, and if they win that series, they go on to win it all.
Is it still possible for Bucks in 5 like I called back at Freedom? Is it still possible? Well,
how many teams has now Stugotz picked? Because you've been on the Nets all season. You've been
I've been on the Nets when 2 of the 3 guys are healthy, but you have 2 of the 3 guys not healthy.
Anyone who's not Chris Paul, I think
that's what I'm trying to do.
You're spending the rest of the postseason just rooting against Chris Paul.
I am.
Why? What's your hatred against Chris Paul?
I don't have hatred towards Chris Paul. What I'm tired of hearing is that Chris Paul is a top 5 point guard of all time. The guy has never been the best player on a team that's made it to the NBA Finals ever. Never been there.
I mean, what he does is not really all that sexy, right? He just takes really good care of the ball and is micromanaging the offense to the point where he's shooting 56% on mid-range jumpers. Someone like you, Stugotz, should appreciate very much Chris Paul's game. Is he takes what the defense gives him and then murders their children. He just says, all right, Denver, you're going to do a drop coverage here. I'm just going to make baskets all day in the mid-range, shooting 56% in the mid-range in that series. And he's just surgical. Like what he does against opposing defenses at his age shouldn't be possible. I think more people should be excited about what they're watching with Chris Paul because, look, like we can get on Charles Barkley and Patrick Ewing and go on down the line of all-time NBA players who never won a championship. But Chris Paul has to be right there at the top of that list of the best players who have not won the title.
The thing that Stugotz is doing there that to me is a little annoying because it's so hard for guys that size specifically to be the one carrying a team. And at the end of games that he just simply wouldn't be talking about this person doing all of the same things if that person were 6'8" instead. Like there's just,
Iverson did it, got the Sixers to the NBA Finals. Isaiah Thomas did it. Guys have done it before.
Chris Paul is a better basketball player than Allen Iverson was.
I don't think he is. No, I don't think he is. I think Allen Iverson was a better player than Chris Paul. And I'm not just saying that because Allen Iverson took a bad team, to the NBA Finals and had a 1-0 series lead, I believe, over the Lakers in the NBA Finals. I just think Allen Iverson was a better basketball player.
When we didn't know how to do the measurements on how good basketball players are, and it was okay to shoot 40%.
Well, you also remember Chris Paul, what he did in the game last night. He had 37 points and no 3-point attempts. A barely 6-foot player not shooting a 3-pointer is such a dinosaur in today's NBA. We never see that anymore. A point guard dominating the game without taking a 3 is such a throwback game. The last player to do that in a postseason game, score 30 plus without taking a 3-point shot is, can anyone guess on here, the last guard score 30 points in a playoff game without taking a 3-pointer is?
Do we consider Jimmy Butler a guard? Because I feel like he might have done that.
No.
Small forward.
Nope.
Magic Johnson.
Nope.
Dwayne Wade.
Last player, Dwayne Wade. Correct.
You, Chris.
Way to go, Chris Cody. We're proud of you. Excellent. Give him some fanfare. This is such a happy time. You are the smartest of the animals in the animal kingdom.